Ich war kein Thief, football class, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that action won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
Welcome to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. I am your host, B. Jones, and I got my boys with me. We got Guns right here to my right, and to the right of him, we have Mr. Raul Flores, the king of the LA streets. Raul, how you feeling, man?
I mean, I feel all right. I'm still a little bit under the weather from last week. I don't know. I caught a bug and just been kicking my butt. But other than that, I'm feeling good. Sucks that we took the L yesterday, but I still got faith on the team that they can turn it around and potentially win out.
Say that one more time.
We still got the playoffs to play for. So
say that again.
Saying we still got the playoffs to play for. The season's not over. So
the season's not over.
No,
it's definitely not over.
Crazy, right?
I mean, judging by our fan base and some of these other podcasters, you'd think. Guns, talk to me, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling again good overall. I mean, I understand the loss. It's Notre Dame. It's a rivalry game. We don't want to lose those guys given, the nature of the rivalry. It might not happen in the future. But I just don't understand the bipolarism, if that's a word to use and say. Like, I just don't get how 1 week we're all for the team. 1 week we're like, man, season's done, fire everyone. Like, again, pretty much I would say majority of the fan base thought 9-3 was attainable and kind of their prediction. It's still there. Like, I don't know.
And that's what kills me, man, about this whole thing, right? You look at everyone's preseason predictions, right? All of us talked about this game being a loss. Right, everyone had this as a loss. Me, even myself, even I said it last week. I'm like, yeah, preseason I had this game as a loss, but the way we've been playing, I was like, oh, we might be able to take this one, and we could have. Obviously, we got in our own way. And that's usually the case when we lose these games, man. But yeah, man, we definitely got a lot to talk about this episode, man. It's gonna be a little bit ranty at some parts, I'm sure. Just the nature of the situation. I'll try to hold mine to a minimum, but yeah, man, it's definitely some things we got to address, man. But overall, what was your overall thoughts as far as that game and all the implications that were on the line and the overall outcome?
For me, overall, it sucked, right? Like, we didn't want to take it out. So, it definitely sucks that we lost. I feel like this game we could have won this game had, we made the right plays, made the right calls. And I'll say this, man, Lincoln Riley knows he messed up and he took ownership right away. So, that shows me that he's growing, and maybe, he got a little too cute, like some of you guys are saying. But if it worked out, they would have been calling him, oh, what a genius play. Fortunately, it didn't work out. He should have not done that. He should have just played it safe and not get too cute with it and play bully ball. And I think he'll learn from this mistake, right? He called it himself. It was a stupid call. He said it himself. So that gives me hope that he's growing and learning, and it sucks that he had to learn that way. But overall, I like the fight from the team. They fought till the very end.
All right. Real quick before I get your take, Guns, hold on. Yeah, Paulie, we'll definitely get to that. I know everybody has a lot to say. Trust me, man, we got you. We know. as you guys probably noticed, Blackie Chan is not with us today, man. He is feeling a little bit under the weather, so yeah, keep him in your prayers. Hope he gets well soon. Guns, give me your overall thoughts. You cutting out?
I mean, you keep over 200, 300 yards on the ground. So I understand, this game was close, and, some things Notre Dame did to help us get back in this game. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we shot ourselves, right? Like, we obviously could have played better on the defensive side, which we'll talk about more. Could have done some things a little bit better on the offensive side. Special teams is going to be a key, like I said. It is what it is. You got to move forward on the things that we can work on in the bye week. And again, like I said, the whole combined points of 12 points, and they're two top 20 ranked teams like this. We're not losing to Minnesota and Maryland like last year right now. Okay, guys, like these are good programs we're losing to. So, and overall, in my opinion, we're a young team. Like, we're still growing. There's some new players, out there. They're still working on some things. Like, you guys can call me. We're growing at the end of the day. So,
yeah. All right. So this might be rant number one, guys. No, but I mentioned it to you guys yesterday. I won't even address that play until Kristen get hit. Matter of fact, B Jinx, go get your running mate, man. Yeah, I gotta have a word with Kristen, man. But as far as regarding that play, but the thing I said to these guys last night, man, in our group chat, it's funny because USCJ had mentioned it today in his earlier video, and it's I haven't even spoken to Jay, we haven't spoken to each other about it, so it's funny that we're thinking the same thing. It comes down to inconsistency, man. This team is just inconsistent, and it starts at the top. Now, last week I gave praise to Lincoln Riley, right? I was like, yeah, we got to give credit where credit is due, man. He's been coaching his butt off all year until last night. You know what I mean? So, consistency starts at the top. Like, if you go through the levels of progression, right? You show flashes first, but you don't become dominant until the flashes become the norm, right? And that goes from coaches to players,
yep,
to equipment staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, the flashes have to be consistent. That's when you become a dominant team, man. So, yeah, man, that's just the way of progression, yep. Even as a player. You know what I mean? Let's take Jakeem Stewart, right? He's showing flashes right now. After a while, he's going to be dominating.
Yes. And
I feel the same way about Lincoln Riley. Right? Mm-hmm. He's showing flashes. He's been more consistent this year. I say that. Last game, he had a lapse. Keep it real. I don't know what it is that dude in rain. Lincoln and rain just don't get along, man. No. Lincoln tends to malfunction in the rain, man. I'm still right with Lincoln, man. He's just he has way too much potential to not to, man, if you ask me. And he's still trending towards reaching that potential, in my opinion. So I'm not too mad. I mean, I know, listen, I get it. It's a Notre Dame game, and it's definitely a game that we should have had, and this game definitely fell on Lincoln, you know what I mean? You got to put the blame on him. It's just, that's just what it is. But once the dust settles, I think people will start to realize Lincoln, especially, firing this guy is not the answer, man. Especially right now. We still have the number one class. The program is still trending up. Firing him is just going to set us back. It doesn't make sense to do it. Plus, that's not even to mention the buyout. You know what I mean? So, get that out your heads right now. It's not happening. So, yeah. All right, man. Let's get into these quarters, man. We touched on a little bit of everything, but go ahead and Guys, we're gonna go ahead and start with you, man. Why don't you give us your offensive thoughts and grades?
My grade, I kind of been thinking about this today. I'm gonna say B minus, maybe C plus, kind of in that realm. I think for the most part we passed well, right? Obviously, Jaden had 2 interceptions. I'm not personally counting that second one, in my opinion. That first one, he was trying to go all arm basically, and obviously, that's why he got behind the receiver. So definitely that was on him. Second one, he was just trying to make a play at the end of the game, and kind of we're already out of it. Running the ball. I mean, we did it. I say relative. Would have liked maybe still continue to run it, but I mean, the O-line did seem a step behind this game, in my opinion, compared to past games. So, and then play system wasn't fair. We'll talk about it in more detail. Like that probably should have been. I started waking up this morning. I just wasn't a huge fan of it. So yeah, I mean, it just seemed like we were kind of beating ourselves internally. Online wasn't great. Again, the turnovers and shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah. You broke up a lot of that, but I think we got the gist of what you said.
Okay, good.
Ro, why don't you give us your offensive thoughts and grade?
I mean, I feel like we could have done a lot better. It's disappointing for sure. Grade, I would probably have to put it at a C. It was good enough to win this game potentially with the right calls, but I feel like we left a lot on the table. The O-line, for some reason didn't execute as well this game. But I think they held enough to where they could have got us, the W, with the right play calling. And, I feel like we should have used Mekhi Lemon more. I know he was guarded. He was being covered by that one guy, but I think, Mekhi's Mekhi. He's still going to get his regardless. So I think we should have, feed him the ball more, in my opinion. And the running back situation, obviously, it didn't look good, right? I feel like we could have potentially used Waymo on some plays, and he could have made something out of nothing, right? So, no excuses, though. We lost fair and square, or in a way, fair, right? I mean, I don't know about fairness because there's a lot of missed calls. But Waymo would have definitely been helpful in this game, especially in the short passing plays. But yeah, I mean, we left a lot on the table. That's my overall thoughts. I think we could have performed a lot better.
Absolutely, man. For myself, man, I'm gonna have to go with a C flat. It's a flat C, man. Obviously, the turnovers and the play calling is just, it was definitely probably Lincoln's worst, man. Just the timing of the plays. But Kristen, I'm glad you finally showed up, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna let you call in. Jay, your boy is lost in the sauce, man. Kristen, you are lost in the sauce. You know what I'm talking about too, but all right, but yeah, man, offensively, we definitely left a lot on the board. I personally wanted to see us attack Christian Gray. He is the grabbiest corner I've ever seen. These past 2 years, I would say that he's the grabbiest corner in college football. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I get refs weren't calling all of them, but they did start to call them. So I thought that we would exploit that, getting Jacoby downfield. You know what I mean? If nothing else, we get to 15, move the rock right down the field. So, yeah, man, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't see that, take advantage of that matchup. Aside from that, man, the running game, obviously, it just wasn't hitting. Just they did a great job. Gotta give props to I know you don't want to do it, but you gotta give props to Notre Dame's defense, man. They held us in check, man, in the running game. I would have liked to probably see Brian Jackson get the bulk of the carries. I mean, we don't know exactly how his health is doing, but he torched them up last year. I thought that would be the case. But I mean, it is what it is, man. There's definitely a lot to grow and a lot to learn about ourselves in this game. Moving forward, man, I just want to see how this team reacts, how they respond. If they responded well after the last bye week, let's see how we respond moving forward now. Because now it's twice. You know what I'm saying? We have yet to win a road game. So how do they want to be remembered? Especially for these seniors, man. How do they want to go out? Because we're getting to the last stretch of the season, of their final season of college football. So, all right. Go ahead and move forward, man. Give me your defensive thoughts and grades. We're going to start with you guys.
Yeah, wow. D, I'd say. I mean, again, maybe even worse. Maybe I'm being too nice. I understand we got the interception. I mean, that was a gift, in my opinion. I said going into this year, I don't want to see us giving up 200 yards on the ground. We gave up 300 yards on the ground. One person got 228 yards on the ground. Like that, again, regardless of everything that happened, in my opinion, that's what cost us this game. If you contain them, we'd probably have a better shot at winning this game. So yeah, it just comes down to we got to clean it up. We got to figure it out. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm not no expert. But that's their job, right? The defensive staff. They're paid a lot of money. They have a resume that tells us that they should be able to fix this and clean it up, and we got to. Again, we have this bye week, so hopefully we can clean that up for the rest of this season. So, but yeah, 228 yards for one person is just you can't win ball games giving up that. So,
all right, bro.
I mean, defensively, I might have to give it a D or like a D minus. Yeah, D. It's not a passing grade, so yeah, I'll give it a D because of we couldn't stop the run this game. I feel like the staff a little disappointed on the game plan that we came up with because we let Love pretty much do whatever he wanted out there, and we didn't get a chance. We couldn't really stop him, so yeah, pretty disappointing effort on from the staff. I mean, I'm gonna be critical on the staff. I mean, some of the players too, but no, overall, I feel like we could have made adjustments throughout the game, and those adjustments didn't happen. We could have, mixed it up a little bit, try to confuse the running back or the quarterback and stack the box. I don't know, just try something different. I feel like we didn't try anything different throughout the entire game for the most part. And, we couldn't stop the run at all, especially when it's raining. Let the quarterback beat you, not the running back.
There we go.
So it's like, why not put it on quarterback to win the game? Like if we lose because Carr stepped up, so be it, right? But we can't let Love keep running it down our throats and not do anything different. So it's disappointing on that end. I'm sure DeAnton Lynn, taking accountability on his end. He knows that he needs to do better, not only for the team, but for the fan base as well. So it's unfortunate that it didn't work out, but I'll keep faith that he'll continue to grow as a coach. What's shocking to me is that I feel like last year he did pretty good adjustments on the second half in comparison to this year. I feel like this year he hasn't really adjusted well on the second half. I don't know if that's just me, guys, but what do you guys think? I feel like last year he actually made adjustments in the second half, and the defense kind of got us into the ball games at times, like that Michigan game when they were killing us on the run. He ended up, making some adjustments. We came back. But yeah, overall, disappointed on the defensive effort. Can't perform that way the rest of the season if we're trying to win out and potentially sneak into the playoffs.
Right.
Guys, I do have to step out real quick, guys, and I'll try to join as soon as possible.
All right. All right, man. So for myself, man, yeah, man, we just can't have that. We have to be able to stop the run. I was fully expecting us to load the box and force CJ Carr to beat us with his own in the rain. That only makes sense to me. I just have questions, man. I got questions for Lane. I don't understand why we didn't do that. You know what I mean? So aside from that, man, there were some flashes that looked pretty good. Shout out to Cam. Cam had a big play. Brandon Shelby had a huge play. We looked very opportunistic at times. We did some great things, but stopping the run has to be number one focus in Big Ten football. Notre Dame's not a Big Ten opponent, but they play the same style. You know what I mean? So moving forward, obviously we tried our best to address that this offseason, but the portal wasn't really popping as it had been in the previous years, if we're being honest, man. So, but we did get the best available in the portal. I would like to see us use them more, man. Honestly, that's what we got the big bodies for, this game. So I thought we'd see that a little more, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, we're not there at practice. We don't know who's doing what. Yeah, but Lane and company, man, you got to figure out there's way too much experience and knowledge in those defensive meetings, man, to not figure this out. And so, yeah, just frustrated, man. Defense is my baby, so. So I'm a defensive guy, man. It's just extremely frustrating to see us not even be able to stop the run. Yeah, man. Moving forward from that, because I'm tired of talking about it. It's just gonna make me mad all over again. So we got any recruiting updates, guys?
I mean, just really one update. We mentioned this last week. On Wednesday, the staff's kind of kicking the tires on KJ Ford, a Florida commit. Well, his coach is no longer here, Billy Napier, if you're not aware, and it's official now. He will be visiting campus for the UCLA game. So again, it sounds like we're rolling with that recruiting, and we're gonna try to flip him. So. We'll see what happens, but the fact that it's now official that he'll be visiting is a big sign. So,
like I said, the program is trending up. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had, except for one person, had us going undefeated this year. You know what I'm saying? So, chill, man. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. So, all right. Let's get into our third quarter, which is offensive and defensive standouts. This one's going to be rough. I'm going to start with you guys.
Oh, man. I'm going to say, I guess you could say this is a standout. I'm going to say Tanu Kynes. I thought he showed up when needed today or yesterday. You could go Lane. He had a couple drops, in my opinion, that he should not have dropped. Lemon, we know that issue there, so I'm kind of canceling those two out. So I'm gonna go Tanu Kynes. I think he showed up when needed. Again, he's a freshman, man, true freshman coming here on the road in a big time environment, and he's giving us 5 catches, 67 yards. That's 13 yards a catch. So I mean, I thought. It was did good. Defense. Whoa. I'm gonna go Shelby. Shelby got the interception, so it's bad, obviously, right? We talked about it. We just had the whole second quarter. It was bad. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Shelby.
Absolutely. I can't disagree with your picks at all. I don't even know if I would even choose anyone else, man. But I do. Since you went with Tanaka, I'll go with we'll go with Jaden, man. We'll go with Jaden. Jaden didn't play a horrible game. You know what I mean? Still, he did a pretty good job of dicing up Notre Dame. I wish we would have had, some more opportunities for him to do that in the passing game. If we would have exploited Christian's grabbiness. But, yeah, I'm going to have to roll with Jaden, man. Could it have been better? Obviously. You know what I mean? Some interesting plays, but defensive. Boy, y'all made it rough for me. Shout out to Cam for getting that sack. That was a big sack. Sellers played a good game. The corners actually didn't do too bad, man. Matter of fact, I would say they did pretty good. Nicholson did pretty good. Sellers was holding his own. Christian Pierce. I mean, D'Antonio is kind of in a situation, man. You know what I mean? You got Chris Pierce has been balling all year. You got Kamari Rance, who we have to have on that field.
Right.
And then we have Bishop Fitzgerald, who's right now one of the top safeties in all of college football. You know what I'm saying? So, certain formations, it kind of leaves an odd man out. And it's like, man, we got to have that guy on the field. You know what I mean? So that's rough, man. But good problems to have, of course. And I think, next year is definitely going to be his show. Yeah, man. That's all I even want to say about the defense, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm just ready to move on from this game, man. We just kind of have to. Let's see. We already went to that. All right, man. So I guess now would be a good time to open it up. Christian, you make sure you call in with your Lost in the Sauce. So. All right, we're gonna drop this link, man. You guys go in.
Join. I'm gonna ask this question. I know defense is the hot topic, but like the safeties that right? We have it's an interesting situation, right? It's a good situation, but it's interesting. Like you got Kamara, so I think Kamara's always gonna be on the field. But do you think on rundowns Pierce should be in the game and then on pass, I view Fitzgerald like a really good pass safety, right? I mean, he's got the interceptions. I mean, there was times yesterday where he just wasn't in the right run fit, and Love's going out. I don't know. That's just. I feel like we should be doing better packages. So yeah,
we definitely can get better use out of this roster, man. In my opinion, but we'll leave that to the coaches, man. They see these kids every day. Maybe it's something we don't know, guys. Everybody welcome Paulie to the scene, man. What's going on, Paulie? The GOAT, Paulie Walnuts.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing, man? First of all, man, you know what? Let's go, guys. Let's do it, man. I'm telling you, I'm getting fired up now. Man, B. Jones, next time I want you there at dinner, man. I'm telling you. So anyway, so it's a little delayed on this microphone, but let me call you back on my phone. Give me 1 second.
All right. Oh yeah, here we go, man. Here we go. Come on, Kristen. Chris, come on, man. Come talk to me.
Hello?
Chris,
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go.
What's going on? Guns, my offensive player went to Ryan Sherry. Everybody else had issues to take points away from him. He's the only one who did his job. Even on the kickoff, he put it in the end zone. 101 yards for a touchback. So that's who got mine. Everybody else had points deducted.
You know what's funny about that, man? I said to the guys a few days ago in the group that I said, don't be surprised if Ryan Sierra ends up the MVP of this game. Because it's just going to be
I mean, he's the only one that performed to his level.
It's funny, man. It's funny. All right, we're going to add Paulie back here.
my defensive player of the game, I gave the Notre Dame OC because he the one kept us in the game every time they got down. I would have ran the ball every down. He got in the red zone. He got red zone one throw passes. So he the one kept us in the game. That score should have been a lot worse. We couldn't do nothing to that run. I would just ran the ball every play. So I gave the defensive player to Notre Dame OC. So that's the only thing that stopped him. That's the only thing that stopped him.
You're not lying, man. As much as I wish you was, you're not lying, man.
But here's the thing, and because I know you wanted to bring me on for what we was texting about, and Paula was on my show earlier too, when we did it on our show. But just to start off, no matter what happened in that game, that game was lost in the trenches. The offense and defensive line were just bullied and out-dominated. That's where it lost, right? I hear it. I understand we got these hot-paid coaches on defense and this and that, but when you're getting pushed around like that, no matter what you call it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to, the players got to man up, got to say, I'm not going to let you drive me back, push me back. Offensively, it becomes a struggle to even call plays, getting the rhythm or getting things going, where the other team can dominate your offensive line with just 4. They didn't have to blitz. They didn't have to do anything. Notre Dame's front 4 dominated our offensive line from beginning to the end. They were able to get pressure with 4 and being able to stop the run with 4. And it's very limited to what you can do on that. Now to the play call. Everyone, he's talking about the Makai Lemon reverse pass that was the fumble, right? And I'm still on it. I don't have an issue with the play call.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't have an issue with the play call. And I see Liner and everybody else, they have an issue with it. We agree to disagree. I don't have an issue with it. For one, I don't have an issue with it because offensively, when you even go to run trick plays, that's because offensively you're reeling and you can't get anything going. And that all goes down to their front 4 dominating us with only a 4-man rush and stopping the run. We was inconsistent offensively to do anything due to being dominated offensively. The second reason I don't have an issue with it is because we've been praising Riley for the first 6 weeks about how aggressive he's been, right? We've been going for it on 4th down since week 1. He's been having trick plays and all these wrinkles in, and everyone was saying, oh, he's back in his bag. He's back in his groove. Riley. So he continued to do what he did this game, and finally we was on the negative aspect of that, and now everyone wants to crucify him. The other reason is, think about it too. The game was on the line. They were double bracketing your best wide receiver. We state that Makai Lemon is the best wide receiver in the country. Crucial time in the game, you put the ball in your best offensive player's hand. Your best offensive player has to make a play, right? No matter, and we can say that it was raining. The rain had nothing to do with that fumble. What had to do with that fumble?
Chris,
go back and look at the play. Go back and look at the play. He didn't drop the ball. The ball was knocked out of his hand by the defender.
Why was this so easy?
He didn't drop it. His ball security, he had the one hand like a local brand.
You don't run that play in the rain.
Man. Come on, man. The rain had nothing to do with him fumbling the ball. It had everything to do with bad ball security and the defensive back getting it out of his hand. Go back and look at the play. He did not have immediate pressure. Hold on. Let me finish. You brought me on here. Let me break this down.
Wrap it up.
He got the reverse. He didn't have immediate pressure on him. He had at least 3 seconds. He could have threw the ball away. He could have ran the ball. He could have went down. He could have went out of bounds. He sat back there looking with the ball in one hand. He didn't drop the ball out of his hand by itself. The defender knocked it out because he had bad security. As a coach, you put the ball in your best player's hand and you have belief and you understood that I got enough faith in my best player. He's going to make the right choice. Lastly, the same exact play. When the offense couldn't get going, we're struggling against UCLA at the Rose Bowl less than 12 months ago. We ran the same exact play, and Makai Lemon hit Kyrie Hudson deep down the right side of the field, all the way to the 10-yard line, and then we went with the go-ahead score. So we know Makai Lemon can run that play. We've seen him do it. Riley had enough faith in Lemon that no matter what the situation is, I can trust my best player to go out here and make the right choice, the right decision, and do the right thing. Unfortunately, the defender made a good play on it. He didn't drop the ball because of the rain. The ball was knocked out of his hand because of bad ball security.
Coach Kristen Ragland. How? How do you call that? We just made a big play down the field. Why are we running anything lateral to begin with? Right? When we got the momentum. 2, just because he put the ball in Makai Lemon's hands, okay, we put it in our best player's hands. We don't put it in his best player's hands any kind of way and just say, hey, we put it in the best player's hands. No, man. What? That ain't how that works.
No, let me answer that question. Again.
Hold on, Chris. We put it.
Okay, you asked me a question. I'm gonna hold on. Remember that first question. Go ahead.
We put the ball in our best player's hands, but we have to put him in the best situation. That was not. There was just no reason to call that play. And you mentioned the UCLA game. Was it raining?
It was sprinkling.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
But watch this again. Now, if Makai got that ball and he was running and it just fell out of his hand, that's rain. When the defender knock it out your hand and you sitting back there and the defender come and knock the ball out your hand because you got it in one hand and you're trying to cook it, that's bad. That's bad bombing. That's bad.
Rain is rain.
Hold on.
There's no. What do you mean? It's wet. The ball was wet. His gloves are wet. It was rain.
Man, the ball got knocked out. The defender knocked the ball out of his hand. Go back and look at the play.
Listen, Chris.
So watch this.
Listen, I'm not saying for any reason. I'm not saying that Makai Lemon is off the hook on this play. It was a horrible play call with even worse execution. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying I don't have an issue with the play for everything I just said. And then you made another point for me, right? We had just hit Makai D. Again, we was inconsistent offensively the whole time, right? Trying to get anything going, right? We needed to score. We had just hit him on a big play. They have been doubling and crowding him the whole game. And so the mindset was that we sent him on reverse, everyone's going to come up just like they did, and we hit him over the top like we did with Hudson last year when he threw it to Hudson. And you run that play, you run that play, and that's why I don't have an issue with it. You run that play because as a coach, you said, I trust him in this situation. If it's not there, he'll throw it away. If it's not there, he'll go down. You wouldn't think he would dance back there for 3 seconds, that he would make a decision and go ahead and get rid of it. Unfortunately, the defender made a good play. He tried to tuck the ball late and put it away, and the defender knocked the ball right out of his hand. He had it in one hand.
I want to hear what somebody got to say about this Cardinal Bowl. I promise we're going to get to you, but I definitely want to hear from Kristen's running mate here, B. Jinx, man. B. Jinx, talk to
what's going on?
What's going on over here, man?
We talked about this, and I told Chris, it would be one thing if Miami was struggling last season against UCLA. We couldn't get the ball into the end zone. This yesterday, Miami had over 300 yards passing, and he had just hit Makai Lemon down the field. So if you can't get him open, you continue to use him as a decoy. You get the shell coverage on him, and Jacoby Lane had been heating up. He ended up with 111 yards passing. You keep going to Lane. You go to Nakaz. Anybody that's open. Now, again, I would not have called that play. The issue I got with it is this. Makai Lemon, he is capable of making that play, right? But the problem is he's only done it like maybe once or twice per season. Why put that ball in his hands to throw it? Even in the rain, you don't do that. Another issue I got is this with bringing in Longstreet. He's already burned his red shirt. So he's not going to be a red shirt next season. You give it to him on a sweep. Notre Dame know what he's doing. He's a quarterback. So what you're telling me is you trust Makai Lemon to throw the ball more than you trust Longstreet to throw the ball. Because guess what? If I'm going to roll him out, I know the defense is coming up. I'm going to put a tight end. I'm going to send a tight end to the back of that end zone or a receiver to the back of that end zone and let Hussein Longstreet throw the ball. his
Here's the question. Here's the
What's the
question.
question?
Here's the question. In that, going for what we were going for, and that big play, I do, because we said it even in the first two games. We haven't seen Longstreet be able to throw the ball or go downfield. We've seen
But
Longstreet
he's a
drop back and take off.
quarterback, though, Chris.
Wait. We've seen him drop back and take. We've seen him drop back and take off. So yes, I trust Lemon because you're talking about putting the two freshmen in there. The heated game against Notre Dame on the road in South Bend.
Hey,
Yes, I
Chris,
trust him.
hold on, B. Jones. Hold on, B. Jones. Chris, you want to know how many starter true freshmen there are in college football right now? You got one player in Michigan. He's a true freshman. You got one player in Maryland. He's a true freshman. You got one player in Cal. He's a true freshman. So what you're saying is every five-star player, quarterback that's playing right now in college football, they're able to throw the ball, but Houston Longstreet is not.
No, I didn't say he's not able to throw off, but
So why not let him
ain't been
throw
getting listen. Houston Longstreet ain't been getting the snaps that they get. They in game 6 and 7. They've been playing the whole game since game 1, seeing different defenses and doing it. And look at Bryce Underwood. He's
and
playing better.
Makai Lemon has gotten the snaps at quarterback. Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly what I was about to say. If we walk into practice right now, who's gonna get more? Who's
on Longstreet?
Makai or Longstreet, man.
Right.
I think you're missing
so
the
why
point.
not let him throw the ball? What's the point?
Obviously.
The point is, it ain't like that. We put Makai Lemon at quarterback. I trust Makai Lemon with that, but Jay,
What you're saying is you trust Makai Lemon to throw the ball more than you trust Longstreet to throw the ball, and Longstreet is a quarterback.
In the situation that it was in the South Bend in that game time with that play with that time. I trust Makai Lemon. I've seen him do it. We say he's the best wide receiver in the country, right?
Right, he's the best wide receiver in the country.
Listen. Our best offensive player. I trust that in that situation, he makes the right decision. I trust that more than bringing in a true freshman into the heat of the game who hasn't seen much game time. Again, like you said, in South Bend, playing that Notre Dame defense where the offensive line was straight. I mean, the defensive line was straight dominating with just four.
Let me ask you a question, Chris. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna give it to somebody.
You know what?
Let me ask you a question. What's up?
Hey, me and Chris I love Chris like a brother. He know I love him. So this ain't. Hey, but listen. Hey, me and Chris, we had this conversation last night, man. And I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, Chris. And Chris, let me tell you this. First of all, Chris knows his football. Right. And he knows some more X's and O's than me. But he knows more X's and O's than me. I'm going to keep it 100. But he's lost in barbecue sauce on this one. he know I love him.
Definitely not. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that song.
Real quick, fellas. Real quick. Let's let Cardinal and Bo give his take, man. He was waiting patiently. I want to hear from him.
Hey, how you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, the funny thing is, B Jinx actually, I got to piggyback on his point. I mentioned this to USCJ yesterday. My issue was not necessarily, I agree with Kristen's premise as far as I don't harp on that play all that much. I mean, it was a mistake. Obviously, Makai could have just threw it out of bounds. You know, he could have played it safe. I'm not going to harp on that. But I didn't like the lack of creativity on the Longstreet play. If you're going to let Makai Lemon throw it, I agree with B. Jinx. Give Longstreet more creativity on that play. That was a crucial drive. Did we get a field goal or did we didn't score, right?
We got a field goal.
No. They stopped us on fourth down. I thought they stopped us on fourth down. That was fourth down. They stopped.
We needed a touchdown there. Let Longstreet have the option to run or throw. Why give him this old school quarterback that can't throw, old predictable little run to the right play? I mean, that was just, And then back one more point. Back to the Kristen's premise. I agree with you, Kristen, but at the end of the day, not only was it in the rain, Notre Dame was giving us heavy pressure all day. theory, it's a trick
Man.
play with time. But we weren't. But Miami didn't even have time to throw.
Exactly. And then you got uncomfortable. My outlook became uncomfortable. You tried to run it up tempo, and well, I'm gonna leave that for another time. Cardinal Bo, what's up? I'm out. Just playing basketball, man. I'll see y'all later, man. I have to get there for a
I
minute.
guess.
Hey, can I say a couple positive notes real quick?
I can hear you.
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Hey, on a positive note, Tanuke Hines had a great game. I thought Nicholson had his best game. He needs to trash talk more because the way he was trash talking, he actually played his best game to me. He was super aggressive. He was, he was putting it on the line. And I mentioned this to USCJ about a couple weeks ago, man. Our kicker he's bomb. This guy came out of nowhere. He was 4 yard against Michigan, and he was ice cold at South Bend, man. He's awesome, man. Like he's really MVP, like you guys were mentioning earlier, man. And that's on that note, I'm out.
Cardinal Bo, what's up? Hey, you guys stay blessed, man. Fight on.
All right, Jay, we appreciate the
Fight on, Jay.
brother.
Hey, I'm just saying. Whenever I'm okay to talk, I just want to jump in and jump out.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Polly. We saw it.
Okay. Hey, so really quickly here, guys, man. I just want to take a second. First of all, Guns, B. Jones, love you guys, man. And B. Jones, we're definitely meeting up for you. We're gonna go to your work if we have to get you to come out to dinner with us next time. Anyway, guys, getting back to this, I want to just enjoy this season. This is what I told the guys about it earlier. This is what we got in front of us. This is what we're dealing with. The only thing we could hope is that we improve as a team. But you know what? The whole, man, it's like, God, let's fire on fire, staff fire, everybody. I mean, who in the hell do we want out there? I told him, what do we want to go get Houston Nutt? There's Billy Napier. I mean, come on, man. I don't want to have to go through an entire rebuild when we're doing just fine the way we are. You know what? Everybody says, well, he's had 4 years. No, USC fell. What people don't realize is we fell behind that NIL thing. We were lost. We had no guidance, no house of victory, nothing. It wasn't until we finally started getting our NIL right that's when we started playing with the big boys and getting up there. And look at us now. We got the #1 recruiting class coming in next year. We got I'm talking by 2027, 2028. That's when we're going to be up there playing in the big leagues. Right now, man, this is what we got. As long as our boys can get out there and learn from their mistakes. They took it on the chin from a couple senior-laden teams, man. These guys just weren't freshmen. You got like guys like college football veterans that we played against in Illinois and Notre Dame, and they put a whipping on us. They beat us up. They beat us up really good. All we could hope for is that these young kids learn from it. These coaches learn from it. And to Raul's point, I do notice that last year we were coming back with some second half adjustments. I haven't seen that a whole lot this year, so I'm a little concerned about that. But all we can do is hope for the best, man. I look at the improvement of Celis when people were already talking, oh my God, man, that guy can't even guard anyone, man. He can't. It was a nightmare and this, that. And I look at him now doing this thing on his own. Nicholson is on his own now, kind of doing their own thing out there. And you know what? They're slowly improving. I know Celis is, and I know some of these other younger guys are. So everybody just needs to chill out a little bit, man. Riley's not going anywhere unless you want to, man. Like I said, there ain't a whole lot out there. And no one's coming here, man. I'm telling you. So this is what we got. And if you think about it, we're very fortunate to have one of the best offensive coaches in football. And one of the best, just a quality guy, man. He keeps the program in check. He has a great vision for the future. Him and Chad Bowden. What more do you want, man? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna check out.
Polly, before you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Polly, why you stop bringing up Houston Nutt? Don't nobody want Houston Nutt. Why you keep bringing up Houston?
Well, I want a lot of these fans. I want a lot of these fans to know, man, that's the quality you're gonna get out there. You know?
Yeah, Houston Nutt. Man, no, Houston. I'm like, nah. Houston Nutt can't even be a water boy.
Well, that's what's out there, guys. You know, Luke Fickle. Hey, he might be ready. You know, let's bring him on. You know, come on, man. You know, we're very fortunate to have what we got. It just it takes time to build it, man, and we're building it the right way, and I'm okay with it. You know, I'm happy. Everybody had us losing this game anyway. I don't even know what people are freaking out about. They had us getting blown out in this game. Right. So we almost pulled it off. You know, think about it. That's the one improvement we talked about, guys, is is we're losing. We're not getting blown out. We're losing these games. We're messing up. Of course, we're getting beat up. We can't stop the run. But when could we? You look back to the days where Toby Gerhardt was running 160-something yards on us. You look at the Jacquez Rogers brothers over there. How many they went for 180 on us? You know, it's a bit of problem of USC's since way back, man. We always have trouble stopping big-time backs. And you know what? It's just that's who we are. But you know what? All we can hope for is change. Hopefully, we can shore up the defensive problems that we got. And you know what? I think our offense is all right. I think our running backs, we're going to be affected by that, man. The lack of blocking, that experience in those two guys, and the explosiveness, the pass catching abilities, it's going to hurt for a little bit. But we'll see. I don't want to hold up the line. You guys take care, guys, man. I got nothing but love for this show. I love it with all my heart. And B. Jenks and Kristen, thanks for everything, man. You guys take care and fight on.
Fight on.
All right, fight on.
And, yeah. Go ahead, B.
Here's my problem with that. And I didn't have us going undefeated. I picked us 9-3, 10-2 at the best. And Notre Dame was one of the games that I picked us potentially losing. And Chris will tell you, I had said I've been feeling uneasy about that game. But here's my problem. Of course, I picked us to lose this game, but it's the way we lost, man. The way we got pushed around. That's what I got a problem with. That's the only issue I got. At the house, we're tough. We showed up, played tough against Michigan. We won some games at the house in high fashion as we should have. But the only win we got on the road, man, in the last 2 years is against who? Purdue. We just not tough. And UCLA, well, I don't consider that to be a road game, man. To be honest, that's like playing at the crib. But you know, it's just the way that you look when you get pushed around like that, man. We can't keep letting teams bully us and push us around when we're away from the house. If you want to be the bully on the block, you just can't be the bully at your house. You got to be bully when you step out there in them streets too. That's the only way people gonna really respect you.
Yeah,
so
I got a couple of things on that because Guns is not on, and Guns was talking, and he was like, I don't know how we fixed it. I'm not an X and O's guy that started stopping the run, right? It's simple. It's what my keys to victory been since week one. Offense has to help the defense stop the run. The only way we gonna be able to stop the run, I'm sorry guys, because I haven't seen us stop the run since week one, right? The only way we've been able to really stop teams from gassing us and running on the ground is by hopping out to a lead. So the offense has to go up 2 scores to make teams play from behind and go against a run game. If we're going to be in close games and teams don't have to go away from their run, expect to see these type of games. That's why we seen it at Illinois. Last week in Michigan, it looked on, men lie, women lie, stats never lie, but stats can be misleading. Though they only had 113 yards, Haynes was averaging over 5 yards a carry, right, on his carries before he got injured. Their other running back averaging over 4 yards a carry. It wasn't the defense that shut down the run. It was that the offense was able to hop out and make them play from behind and make them abandon the run where they couldn't stay true to the run. And that's what we got to do. That was my key going into this game. Offense has to jump out and help the defense stop the run. Unfortunately, guys, the portal is not open. There's nobody's coming. We tried 4-3. We tried 5-2 and nothing. We tried 4-2-5 and nothing seems to be working to stop this run. The only thing we can do is that offenses just has to play at a high level. They've been playing at a high level all year until yesterday, right? The offensive line, that's not the offensive line we've seen all year. But the only way that we're going to be able to contain and stop this run is that offense has to hop out. It has to start fast and get a lead and make teams go away from the run because they have to catch up. You can remember going into the Illinois game, I do the stats every week. 48% of teams' rush attempts against us go for 4 yards or more, right? You know what I'm saying? It's over 50% now. Notre Dame had 3 or 4 plays that did run plays that was for less than 4 yards. That's absurd. Same thing with Illinois. Same thing if you look at go back to Georgia Southern, Missouri State, they were in the 40% range where it was 4 yards or more. They just had to go away from the run and start passing. Then our pass eaters was able to to get sacks and things like that to take away their yards. So if we're going to stop this run, the offense is going to have to continue to help the defense stop the run by jumping out big and making teams one dimensional where they got to catch up and pass.
Hey, B. Jones, let me ask you a question. We got 2 games left on the road, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not so much as worried about the home game. I know some people said that that they were kind of like worried about Iowa at the house. I'm not really worried about Iowa or Northwestern. As a matter of fact, UCLA at the house. I'm not worried about them. We got 2 road games left, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think, to me, in my opinion, this is going to determine whether or not we're 10-2 or 9-3. This is what I think. Well, actually, 10-2 or 8-4. That's 8-4 is the ceiling. 8-4 is the floor. 10-2 is the ceiling. In your opinion, considering what we've seen so far, and Chris has covered it, do you see us coming away with a 2-0 or even a split in Lincoln, Nebraska, and Eugene, Oregon?
Yeah, absolutely. I can see us going either way. What I can't see is us losing both.
Definitely don't see us losing to Nebraska because they as much as we're struggling in the front 7, they're struggling at the offensive line.
Yep.
Okay, so 9-3 gets us into a good bowl game. 10-2 gets us into the playoff. Would you agree?
Yep.
A good chance 10-2. Depends who else is 10-2 if we're in that top 4 in the Big Ten.
I don't think that they'll leave out a 10-2 SC team.
We'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
see.
get there first.
I mean, well, if we're 10-2, we'll be in. I mean, because we would have beat Oregon, right? So we'll have the Oregon and Michigan on our thing. So if we go 10-2, we'll get in. For one, we would be the top 3 in the Big Ten. Because Oregon had a second loss, and we'll have the head-to-head over them. It'll be Ohio State, Indiana, and then us.
All right, guys, let's get your thoughts.
Yeah.
Hey, even though that Notre Dame game wasn't a conference game, the timing was bad because so many ranked teams lost. We could have really moved up in the rankings. Because that's going to play, that ranking number is going to help us out in that playoff, criteria. I wish we would have ran Brian Jackson more.
Yep, I mentioned that. I definitely mentioned that earlier.
I said the same thing on our film study. I thought that B. Jack would be the body blow and bring Miller in once they wore down in the second half, and that's when the long run. And I said B. Jackson needs to play because he was more polished as a pass blocker as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess he's not 100%. I don't know. I haven't. I'll find out for sure though.
I do want to address one topic real quick, and this is the critics of Riley, the people who want him fired. The problem I have is they can never give a reliable coach of who they want hired. They always give a wish list of Urban Meyer and Nick Saban, and then they never revisit and give receipts. So let's quickly go over a couple coaches. Some people wanted the coach from Baylor. He's irrelevant. Some people wanted the coach from Utah. Since they left the Pac-12 and it disbanded, irrelevant. The Michigan State coach, people were like, hey, let's get the guy from Oregon State. They want him fired right now. Then there's a guy from Iowa State, Campbell. He just got beat by Deion's team with an upset. So I understand the criticism of Riley, but who do you want and who's available?
And what's crazy about that, Cardinal and Bo, pleasure to meet you, man. I talked to you in chat all the time, but never voicefully talked to you, so pleasure. And the crazy thing about that is that you will see people, USC content creators, get on here and say how great of a coach that the Michigan State coach is, and he's done nothing. And like not even at Oregon State, they will get on here and say how great of a coach he is, how much respect they got for him, and this and that, and there's nothing to show for it. So I'm with you. I'm confused by that.
Yeah, I mean, just be fair and give, because that list was short. We didn't even think Riley was coming to USC. I thought it was the Baylor
Nope.
coach. I thought we were going to have the first Mexican American coach at USC.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was. When let him go, my wish list was Urban Meyer and Oklahoma old coach. I was like, offer him some money, get him to come out of retirement. Stupid.
Yeah. Some people wanted Chris Peterson. He hasn't got out the booth. So it's like,
And
man, you know.
Jones,
Go ahead.
let me ask you this, because me and B talked about this earlier in our show when he just asked you about the floor and the ceiling. Nebraska has won. I said we can win on the road. I said I'll revisit Oregon in a month, and but I said the games that I'm worried about going forward, just with the trenches and upfront play, it's going to be Oregon, Iowa, and you guys are gonna laugh, and I'm gonna tell you why. And UCLA. The reason I'm concerned with the UCLA game is because it's a rivalry, and not only that, they're running the ball, and not only are they running the ball, they're running with Nico as well, right? So now you have that extra blocker, and for a team who struggles and can't get off the field and can't stop the run, that's it's not a good formula. You know what I mean? And so those are the. And with Iowa, I'm concerned about Iowa because we know Iowa is just going to line up power and run the ball, but Iowa also has a defense enough that can give our offense fits, that can make just enough stops. And if our defense can't get off the field and stop the run, that game becomes a lot tighter and a lot closer than it needs to be, and we can't separate because they have time of possession. What do you think about them?
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but Iowa has the discipline and the hard-headedness. I don't even know if that's a word, to run the ball every down. And their coach, for some reason, has beef with Riley. You know what I mean? If you remember, he took a shot at our coach for no reason. Riley didn't even think about him. He over here taking shots.
Right, yeah.
Iowa has the.
But yeah, no, Christian, I have no argument with you, brother. I've been saying this in the back of my head, you know, these past 3 weeks. I'm like, oh man, you said like might give us some trouble, and then Iowa, you know, that'd be a tougher game too. Guns. I want to get Guns.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree with all you guys, really. I mean, 93-10-2 is kind of what I expect going into this year. Definitely don't think we should be, you know, talking about, you know, firing Lincoln. Again, there's some growth that we're seeing from last year to this year. We've got the top class. I mean, everything's finally in order. You guys can, you know, call me out, but I mean, when he first got here, we had no NIL, we had no administrative structure. Our AD was talking to women and getting in trouble. Like we finally have structure, you know. Our president that wasn't a huge fan of sports is gone. You know, we're still trying to figure out our president situation. Like things are finally in order to what we want. Exactly, it's going up. So, like the time is not now to fire Riley and start all over. You just never know. That could actually hurt us. That could derail the program. So, we just gotta take our lumps, unfortunately. But as we take the lumps, see growth, and we are seeing growth, and just keep, you know, believing in that we're gonna right this ship. So, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I want to address this, man, with Trojan Dale. Listen, I know people don't want to use that excuse, but it's the reality, man. You almost had to hit the reset button all over again. You know what I mean? Just for the reasons that Guns just stated. I'm sure when Lincoln Riley was promised his job, right? When Mike Bohn went over to his house, in his mind, I'm sure, you know, Mike Bohn might have said all our orders were intact, right? We had everything ready to go. Or if not, you know, it was promised that it would be, right? Well, we didn't even get that until, honestly, last year. Or actually this past offseason, if you going to be honest, it was just we've had one off season of being on the right track, of being a full go as a program, and y'all getting mad because we lost a couple games.
And here's the thing too. Trojan fans need to look at it like this. Penn State fired their coach. Do you see how many 5-stars done decommitted in that class already?
Exactly.
Do you see it? They expect DJ Lagway to go in the portal because his coach done got fired, and that class is already people already starting to decommit, and it just happened today.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, man. We can't be so quick to want to fire everybody. Plus, we keep doing that, man. Who don't want to coach here? But no, that's too much pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? You get fired after 2 seasons? Like, no, man, nobody's gonna want to come here and deal with that. Can't keep firing everybody, man. We're on the right track. We're not where we're on our way to. You know what I mean? We're not there yet. We're not where we're going. So be patient, man. We got this.
Hey, Ben, think about it like this. For all the I can't even call it success, but winning season that Sark's had in the last couple of years and Lane has in the last couple of years, right? If USC had those seasons, the 3 losses and 2 losses, they still would be talking about firing Riley. But yet again, they're saying how great Lane and Sark is. So it's one of those things. It's like if it's not a national championship, I think people gonna complain.
Yeah. Yep. All right, man. We can sit here and yap all day about this, but we got a bye week, man. I'm sure these conversations will come up in further episodes until we get to come up with a game preview for you guys. Which will obviously be next Wednesday. The following Wednesday, because we do have a bye week this upcoming week. So we will continue these conversations Sunday. Anybody got any last words they want to part with?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 30 seconds because Guns had disappeared. Guns, you were saying a question earlier. You was like, you don't claim to be like the most X and O's guys. Like, what are we gonna do as far as stopping the run? And I said, from what I've seen since game 1, what we have to do is offense has to help the defense stop the run, and that's basically we have to do what we've done in other games where we thought we have stopped the run, but we still was giving up over 4 yards of carry and getting gashed. Offense has to jump out and go up 2 scores ahead and force teams to have to play from behind so they can't commit to the run. So the offense has to help the defense stop the run. That's the remedy. Outside of that, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, until we can really, bolster our trenches to where we need them to be, that's got to be it. We have to take care of the football on the offensive side of the ball. That's the priority number 1. I hope they ain't drilling that this week because turnovers have been killing this man in key situations.
Hey, B, while we got them on, B, I'm gonna lock them in now. At the end of the year, after we do our USC awards show for the players, and we do our portal needs, you and Guns supposed to be coming on. So I'm gonna put you on the spot now to come visit our show to come on.
Absolutely.
So we got them locked in. Everybody heard
it. I agree for you, Guns. We'll be there. All right. Anyone else got any last words before we get out of here?
My last words are: I hope that B. Jackson and King Miller continue to get better, and we can have a strong running game towards the season. And till we get to the UCLA, I would like B. Jackson and King Miller to be just increased and more experienced and just better running backs, man, because we need a running game.
I mean, they're gonna have to be, man. We pretty much down to them 2 and another freshman. So, what other choice do we have?
Yep.
We got to.
But I don't think Saturday was more on the running backs than it was up front, because we know those running backs can run. We've seen them do it when holes are being opened and blocking is being done. So I don't have a concern about the running backs. It's just I think going forward, that's why the Oregon, Iowa, I said the UCLA games are the ones that I'm worried about, is because those are going to be the ones with the bigger offensive line that our defensive line seems to struggle with as far as being undersized in there, and they have the bigger defensive lines like Notre Dame had that we seem to have a problem with yesterday. Outside of that, we should be able to move everybody else around.
Right. All right. Trojan Dale, we're gonna get to that next episode because that's a whole nother conversation in itself right there. So hold that one, man. Make sure you come back on Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be here 5:30 p.m. That's our usual time. We will be here, man. Hopefully, everyone will be here. So make sure you guys come tune in. Make sure you guys go check out Kristen Ragland and B Jenks at 4th and 9 to Victory right here on YouTube. Add them on his socials, man. I will drop a link in the description. If you guys are on the rewatch, it will be there. But Guns, you got anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Well, with all that being said, gentlemen, we appreciate y'all hopping in here and joining this conversation, man. It was definitely a great conversation. We look forward to Wednesday's episode, man, and we'll see y'all then. Without further ado, man, get towards burning bright. Fight on.
Right on.
Fight on.
Sorry, this thing went in.